Paul Wealls, SVP Innovation Marketing at medii8. medii8 is a GMS title sponsor, and thank you, Mr. Wealls, for your support and for accepting our invitation for interview.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, Mr. Wealls, I would like to talk about SMS trading, its present and its future. And my first question is, what does the global SMS trading landscape look like today?
That's an interesting question. I mean, a few years ago there was sort of the expectation of the decline in the SMS, and it's continuing to grow. And great companies like Twilio and Nexmo and CLX are doing phenomenally well, as are the other tiers within the industry. So, in my view, I think there's still great play in the SMS industry, phenomenal growth, and that's why we're making a big investment with our platform in the telecom space as well as other verticals to really support and enable that and help that speed up that transaction in regards to the wholesale side.
Great. And what are the common challenges and risks associated with SMS trading today?
That's a really good question, and that's one of the things that we did is actually enabled medii8 to evolve as a company. From experience of myself and other members of the business, we've suffered the challenges, and so we've looked at the pain points, and we've looked at how we can simplify and remove those problems. So with medii8, we help with two key problems in prepayment and postpayment. Within the ecosystem of SMS, you have the commercial challenges where if you make a prepayment, that money can disappear. We meet people via Skype, online, and great events like this in ITW and MWC. We find that rate, we find that route that we've been looking for because we've got the business coming for it. And then you hit the commercial challenge. And then that commercial challenge can be with prepayment, you make that payment and it disappears. Or you can only get post-payment, but your company isn't at the right size or commercial value to get those agreements with, say, operators. We enable that ecosystem where we sit in between and facilitate those commercial capabilities to be able to do that trading. And we give the assurance and insurance with the commercial transactions. So we move some of the key points with it. The other key points in the SMS industry is obviously the fraud side of things, SIM farms, gateways and such like, as well as the grey routes as well, and faking of delivery. That's other companies' opportunity. We focus on the financial challenges.
Okay, great. You seem to do a great job. Okay. And how do you think, how will the landscape evolve in the coming years?
There's been a lot of white papers about that over the past few years. There was a big buzz at Mobile World Congress about OCS. And a lot of investment and relationships being made around there. I think around that side is the commercial discussions that still need to be taking place because there's certain sides of the industry that are looking to sort of remove the transactional cost for that communication, which then could sort of have an impact, obviously, with the trading of SMS and such like. I think there's a number of capabilities with SMS that still give the value in regards to its marketing capabilities and a very direct and personal approach. The two-factor authentication is quite an interesting space, especially at the moment with some of the challenges that have taken place and some fraud that has taken place and hacking. But it doesn't seem to have impacted the industry so far. I still think there's a good number of years for SMS to really evolve and grow further.
Okay, you have already mentioned your platform and the benefits it provides, but I would like you to tell a little bit more about medii8 and how it helped meet the challenges of SMS trading.
Yeah, sure. So medii8, as I mentioned, we focus on the financial side. We're a fintech company. We are able to help not just telecom industries, but a number of other verticals as well that we're working with. For example, energy. What we do is very, very simple. We enable companies to have an account with ourselves. We call them members, and that's what they are, the members. It creates a trading ecosystem. You have your account, you then have your delivery account as well, and you can trade online. You can see the rates and routes and such like. You then have to obviously implement the API connectivity with that party to be able to deliver the traffic. What we do then is we have a view through our platform of the CDR so we can enable real-time transactions. So with prepayment, the challenges of working with parties who, let's say, aren't the most legitimate, which does happen in every industry, not just telecom, we help remove that challenge and that concern. We have a number of commercial checks that we do. It's not restrictive to the size of your business. We have commercial checks to make sure that you are who you say you are in a legitimate company. You then can either do prepayment into the account, which can then make payments to all the other routes and routes that you have. The post-payment, we have a number of funding partners behind us who enable you to be able to have post-payment capabilities. So when you have that great business with somebody of the likes of Google or Coca-Cola or whoever it may be, that you know you're going to get paid for that business, you need that route, but they only accept post-payment for whatever challenges that they may have or restraints that they have as an operator due to their commercial setup. We enable that post-payment to happen through our ecosystem. So you get the credit funding from our third-party partners, you deliver the traffic, we pay that operator in real time into their Medii8 account, and they can withdraw daily, hourly, however often they want.
Great job, Mr. Wealls. Thank you so much for interview. We are honored to have you here as an attendee for the first edition of Global Messaging Summit and as a sponsor, and we hope to see you at our next events too.
I'm sure we will do. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers now.